Hi, I'm Brandon, and we're back to do another movie review with Ben Metcalf from 3 Minute Horror Reviews. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Glad to have him as a guest to talk about the next installment of the Friday the 13th series, which is called Jason Goes to Hell. It's the first one that didn't have Friday the 13th in the title, and it's a big departure from what we've seen so far. And well, let's get right to it, Ben. What did you think of this?
This is my least favorite movie in the entire series. And I can say that now having seen the entire series, minus the fan films, because I know that there's a bunch of fan films out there too that have been created by different directors over the years. I haven't seen any of those. But this is my least favorite in the canon or mainline Friday the 13th movies by far. I did not like it.
Yeah, I it's hard because I do like it. I just don't like it as a Friday the 13th movie. I agree, it's probably the worst in the series, but I still like watching it. When I was younger, like when I was a teenager, I would watch this one all the time. Like if it's a standalone thing, it's actually a pretty entertaining movie.
Hmm.
It's just it makes first of all, it makes no sense
Yeah.
within the canon of Friday the 13th. A lot of the other movies they mess around with things, but it has some sort of consistency. This one throws it all out the window and makes up
Yeah.
all new stuff, but it doesn't make sense from like one moment to the next. Like the movie
Yeah.
doesn't even follow its own rules. And not
Exactly.
only that, but there's just like within scenes there's just things like for example there's a couple that are having sex in a tent,
Yep.
and the tent is zipped up, you see it zipped up,
Hmm.
and then the guy pulls out a condom and then he's like, "Oh, I can't get it open or whatever." And the girl grabs it, throws it away, and then you see Jason step on it outside the tent,
Yeah.
even
How
though
did
you
it
can
get
see
there?
the tent is zipped up. How did you throw it out of the tent? But there was so many parts like that where it just like it was just so badly
Yeah.
done, and the rules were stupid. They introduced a new bounty hunter character that we've never seen
Yeah.
before,
Who
this
is a
Jason
Jason
Hunter.
killer? He's like, I'm the expert Jason killer. I know everything there is to know about Jason. How?
Yeah, how
How have
where
we
have you
not
been
seen
for
this
all this
clown?
time?
Yeah.
Like you finally just got around to, hey, maybe we should try stopping this guy. And but basically the movie it starts off
Yeah.
interesting. Like
Yeah.
a young woman out at Camp Crystal Lake, Jason attacks her, chases
Yeah.
her. All of a sudden, all these floodlights come on, and
Yeah.
he's surrounded by these FBI guys, and they just massacre Jason
Yeah.
with machine guns and some kind of artillery or mortar
Yeah.
fire. They blow him to pieces,
Yeah.
so he's effectively dead. So they take him
And
back
I
to the
can't believe no
morgue.
one's ever tried this up to this point, is blowing him to pieces. Because I know he's been blown up.
It kind of works. They
Mhm.
bring him back. The doctor's doing an autopsy on him, and then for some reason, the doctor eats Jason's heart,
Well, the
and
heart
he
starts beating again first.
the heart starts beating, so he eats it, and then he becomes Jason. And then all
It's
of a
so
sudden,
stupid.
basically the explanation is that Jason could travel between bodies, but for some reason, this the body he's had this whole time is the main one, but now the bodies don't last, so he has to pass it between other bodies. So there's a whole bunch of Jasons in this movie, but he has to find a member of his family in order to put the heart back into that person so that he can get his original big man body back.
It's so funny.
And it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't. But no, okay, not only that, which is stupid on itself, but also Jason can only be killed apparently by a member of his own family.
And so the bounty hunter, the first time we see the bounty hunter, he's telling us that Jason isn't who we think he is. Jason is an ancient evil. Jason Voorhees is just the body that he's wearing. If that's the case, then why in the hell does a Voorhees need to kill the ancient evil?
Yeah,
If Voorhees is just a body that he's wearing, why is it tied to his own to this bloodline somehow? It doesn't make any sense even in its own rules. Just like you said, it's so crazy.
and they kind of make it like, okay, there's in this movie there's the mom, like the grandma, the
Yeah.
daughter, and then the baby.
Yeah.
And the mom dies early
The
on.
mom is his sister, for the folks at home.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Jason's sister.
Yeah.
And then there's like the daughter who's like, a young woman, and
Yeah.
then the baby. But yeah, has to have more family out there. There's got to be a dad out there,
Yeah,
but
probably.
they're kind of like, no, it's impossible that he has any other family other than these three people.
Yeah. No
And
cousins, no
then
nothing.
so he kills his sister.
Yeah.
So then after that, he's going for the only ones that are left, which is the baby and the baby's mom.
Hmm.
But then we find out later at the very end when the main dude is like, when Jason transfers to another body, does it have to be a living body? And then the bounty hunter's like, no. And then Jason goes into the dead mom
Yeah.
to
And he's
resurrect
back to his
himself.
big man body
But it's
again.
like,
So
why didn't he do
why?
that sooner?
Yeah.
Like,
He killed her
it,
ages ago.
it just it's just kind of like they just made up things as they were going, and
And if
uh,
Jason could transfer from body to body, why hasn't he been doing this the whole time?
yeah, like he's had that original body, what since he was like a little boy.
Yeah. And
And then all of a sudden now his body doesn't even last like 24 hours. Like he has
yeah.
to it lasts like a few hours, but it has to pass to another body.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's the very first doctor that like the doctor that eats the heart and he
Yeah.
becomes the first like Jason. He captures some other guy,
Yeah.
straps him to a table to
Yeah.
like transfer the heart into his mouth,
Yeah. Big
and
French
then
kiss.
he starts shaving the guy's like
Yeah.
mustache.
Why?
Even but the doctor has a mustache.
Yeah.
So why would he need to shave the other guy's mustache in order to transfer it? Because we see later on that the heart just crawls out of someone's neck. Like it could just come
Yeah.
out of someone's mouth and run across the floor.
Yeah.
So why would he need to do mouth to mouth to this guy and shave his face when this thing could just come out of anywhere? And
He could just barf it onto the guy's chest and it could just jump into his
yeah,
mouth or
he
whatever.
probably
I
doesn't
don't
even need to
know.
be in the same room. He could just do it wherever, and the heart would go find it. Like
This is
it
some
just
Freddy Krueger shit, honestly.
it and then just there's so many little parts like the main one thing that's interesting about this movie is that the main character is a guy instead of a girl.
Yeah.
He's this really nerdy kind of annoying guy that I can't stand.
Super annoying. Yeah.
Um, but anyway, so this the main guy he winds up in jail, and in the cell
Mhm.
next to him is the bounty hunter who also got thrown in jail. So the bounty hunter, the main guy's like, I have questions about Jason, and the bounty hunter's like, okay, I'll tell you, but in exchange, I'm gonna break your fingers for each bit of
Exactly.
information for no reason. Like, why would he want to break some
It's
random
just
guy's fingers?
some
Like,
weird masochist. And every question he breaks another finger. He's so crazy.
but of course, then the rest of the movie is like the guy's hand's
Oh
fine.
yeah,
You,
he's
you
fine.
never see him like his hands all
Yeah.
mangled, but it's like, okay, forget about that. Let's just continue.
Yeah.
Um,
He
and
he
even
he beats up a cop so many times too. Like this guy, like his friend the cop, they just pound each other. It's crazy.
and yeah, and then after they fight or whatever, and then he gets rearrested. He escapes from the jail,
Yeah.
beats up his cop friend.
Hmm.
But then he comes back. He gets rearrested, and they come back to
Yeah.
the jail and or the police station, and of course Jason's there, or like in one of his other forms, killing
Yeah.
people. So why wouldn't the main guy? What he does is he jumps. So to bring his handcuffs like from behind, he
Hmm.
jumps
Yeah.
to bring and then he elbows his cop buddy in the face,
Yeah.
grabs his gun, and shoots this Jason guy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he just tell his friend, hey, and of course his friend's a cop, but they're right there. Like, there's a guy murdering someone. Like, shoot him. Why would he need to like do that, brutally assault his friend to grab the gun himself? Like the cop would just do that himself. Every moment was like that. Like there was no like 1 minute stretch where
Yeah.
everything made sense. It was
Yeah.
like everything was just ridiculous.
There was a fun Leslie Jordan cameo though,
Who's
before
that?
he was huge. He's that little guy who's in so many things on TV.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he played the cook in a diner. And he didn't have a big character or anything like that. He was just there as kind of comedy relief. He didn't even really get to talk all that much. It must have been before he was huge.
Yeah, and at the part of the diner, there's like
Hmm.
this like older woman who's like the owner of the diner, and
Yeah.
then there's that little guy, and then there's like the son who's like another cook or whatever. And I don't know if I'd misremembered this. I don't know if you remember, but this guy, the younger guy with the long blonde hair,
Yeah.
he takes a gun and he's going outside. He
Yeah.
runs into one of the Jason guy coming towards him. He points the gun at him,
Yeah.
but Jason grabs his arm.
Hmm.
So he tries to punch Jason with his other arm, and Jason grabs his arm like this and twists it.
Hmm.
And I remember, I swear to God, in the original version, you see his arm break and you see a bone snap up.
Hmm.
And it was really graphic because I'd always be like, oh, that's like the grossest part of the movie.
I didn't
Now,
see
when I
that.
watched it, it kind of cut away where that was cropped out.
Yeah.
And the DVD I have, or the Blu-ray I have from
Yeah.
the Friday the 13th box set, it has an unrated version and the theatrical version. I was watching the unrated. So I was
Huh.
like, weird. Why would the unrated censor that? So I watched the other version,
Yeah.
and they censored that one too.
Interesting.
So now
I
I'm
want.
wondering, like, was I misremembering that?
Yeah.
I like
I don't remember.
I'm positive. Like I even tried looking it up on YouTube and I couldn't find anything about it. But I just for my own peace of mind, I want to confirm that I was not imagining that.
I
Which
don't know that I ever watched this one uh, back in the old days. I might have, but I don't remember it. I don't remember actually having seen it. What was it, 1991 or
93, I think.
93?
Yeah,
So I was in high school at the time, but I don't remember ever having actually seen it. I might have. I remember the
maybe.
scene at the end with Freddy Krueger's glove coming up and pulling
Yeah,
the mask underneath, but I think everybody remembers that after the crazy, stupid, magical fight.
yeah. Before we get to that, there's one
Mm,
other thing that doesn't make sense is that
yeah,
ever since the very first movie, Jason never talks.
yeah,
And in this movie, Jason goes into the doctor's body, never
yeah,
talks. Goes into like a cop's body, never talks.
yeah,
Goes into the talk show host body, never talks.
yeah. And then the
All of a
cop's
sudden,
body.
all of a sudden near the end, there's two police officers, and it's
Yeah,
like either one of them could be Jason. All of a sudden, they both talk,
yeah.
and he's just like acting like a normal person, and then the bounty hunter's like, shoot them both. We can't take the risk. It's like what? Like it's all of a sudden now he's normal. Like before, you could tell something's wrong with this guy. Like he's possessed by Jason. He looks
Yeah,
crazy. And all of a sudden now it's like, oh, now he can pretend to be normal with Jason inside of him. Like it's
it's
nonsensical.
super weird. Yeah, and I don't know that Jason ever could talk.
Yeah,
He might have been nonverbal
he
as
either
a
couldn't
child, I
or
guess.
didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you want
It
to
was
do you want to
interesting.
explain the ending of the movie?
Oh my God.
How Jason
Okay.
goes to hell, if you can?
If I can, I'll try. So as we established before, earlier in the movie, the mother, Jason's sister, is murdered by one of the Jason proxies, and I guess they left the body in the basement of this place for whatever reason.
No, the talk show host
Mm.
brought it there. He stole it from the morgue and brought it
Oh,
there
okay.
because he was going to do a live reality TV thing.
Okay. So it is so the body is in the basement of the house where it was found initially. So the Voorhees sister's house. The Voorhees the Voorhees niece, I guess, Jason's niece, is there with her baby because the baby is another vessel that Jason can use to come back to that's the one that he wants to use, I guess, to come back. Um, Everybody's all congregated in the one place. They're trying to get the baby free. So the niece is there, her boyfriend there, the father of this baby, who I guess they're estranged now or whatever, is there. They broke up at some point in time. The baby is there, and then the bounty hunter is there as well. And I think he's been killed at this point in time. But either way, Jason possesses the body of his sister and comes back in his Kane Hodder form with the wispy hair for some reason in this movie. I don't know why they chose to give him hair again when he's been bald for several entries at this point in time. So he comes back, um, and they have a big old fight. And it's a pretty good fight, I'd say. It's interesting anyway. I don't know if I'm missing anything here, but I mean, it's a fight. And they end up pulling out the magical dagger that can kill Jason TM, the magical Voorhees dagger, I guess it is. And she stabs him with it, and then red wisps, glowing orbs, start flying out of him and into the heavens, I guess. And then she ninja kicks that knife directly into his heart, and then he explodes into the red stuff. And I don't know. You you could take it from
But
there.
then
Yeah.
right after that,
Mhm.
for some reason, these giant rock hands
Oh
come out of
yeah,
the
yeah,
ground,
yeah, that stuff.
which we've never seen before, and it's
Yeah.
never explained why. But these hands come out and they start grabbing Jason and
Yeah.
drag him towards the ground, and
Right.
one of them even grabs the main guy's
Yeah.
leg, but the girl like saves him. So these rock hands come, and Jason's struggling to get out, but it drags him down into this like quicksand, and then he disappears along with the rock hands, and all that's left is the mask laying on top of the sand.
I can't
And
believe
then,
I forgot that part. I've watched so much bullshit over the past few weeks, folks, that
which brings back to the dagger. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, so if the whole thing is like it has to be one of Jason's bloodline that could kill him,
Yeah.
but you also need this special dagger.
Yeah.
So why couldn't
Magic.
it be anyone could kill him with that dagger, or one of his family could just kill him in any way? But it's like, no, one of his bloodline has to kill him with this specific dagger. And of course, the dagger just looks like a normal knife um, until the woman, the Voorhees woman, grabs it,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it transforms into this
Yeah.
like cool looking knife, kind of like
Yeah.
He-Man's sword or something.
One of those
Um,
things that has the like the little fingerprint on it to unlock it. Like
yeah,
those guns that some people have with the fingerprint trigger.
yeah, it's Um, so yeah, it makes no sense. But I do like you mentioned the way Jason looks. Yeah, him growing the hair back's a bit weird. I
Hmm.
do like how he looks in this movie. Like he's bigger. He's got like in the back of his head, like his head is more bloated.
Yeah, he's got
Um,
lumps.
but I think it's a pretty cool look. It's just you barely get to see him like this because in the opening scene
Yeah.
he gets killed, and so basically Jason, as we know him, is not even in this whole movie until the very final
Yeah.
climax battle. Which also doesn't make sense. He go like the heart, which is Jason, supposedly this heart with like a
Yeah.
face on it, goes into the mom or the like the Voorhees sister, but all of a sudden then she changes back to Jason
Yeah.
as a man. Like they didn't even try to explain that.
Yeah. It's weird.
Um, but regardless, all of that fact that the reasons why this is a bad movie,
Yeah.
I still like it. It's still fun to watch. Like you
Hmm.
still watch this one and get it's a decent horror movie. As long as you're not expecting like an Oscar-winning movie, it's fun to watch. But I think people, especially new fans watching this, are going to be like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" Like it's so weird. Um, but as a standalone movie, it's like I don't
Yeah.
know. I like watching it. It's got some good kills. It's got some brutal kills, like the one with the couple in the tent
Yeah.
and Jason shoves like a big spike through her and then like
Yeah.
rips it up and her body like splits in half.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit, like that
That was
was
a departure from what we've seen in the previous ones for sure.
yeah, like that was brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some decent kills.
I forgot to mention too that Kane Hodder plays a different character in this movie as well. So when Jason in the body of the coroner first walks out and has murdered his partner and is about to go on his look, I guess looking for his sister, um, two FBI agents are standing outside, standing guard, and one of them is Kane Hodder with his mullet, his curly mullet and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he wanted a cameo in it. Which again brings up another thing that doesn't make sense
Mhm.
is they have two guards out there. One of them came Kane Hodder, who pat down the doctor as he's
Yeah.
going to do the autopsy. Why why would the doctors be bringing weapons into the room with Jason? Like what? Like who cares?
I
Why
don't
why would they
know.
have a weapon on a gun on them? It doesn't make sense. And why would that even be a problem? Like
Yeah, especially when you can just eat the guy's heart, right?
like I could see why they don't want just like bystanders, curious people sneaking in there to see
Oh,
Jason's body.
maybe
But
they were
why would
checking to
they
see if he had
be?
a camera to snap photos for the paparazzi or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe. I didn't buy that, but overall, what would you give this movie?
I gave this movie a 4 out of 10. I didn't like it. This is the only one in the. I'll give you a spoiler alert for the next review. This is the only one in the series that or for the next couple. This is the only one in the series that I'm giving less than 5.
I would again, yeah, I say yeah, four would be a good if you compare it to the other movies, but as a standalone movie, I might give it a six because
Mhm.
it's fun to watch. I still enjoy it, but it's a bad movie.
Yeah, there was
Anyways,
so,
that's it
there
for
was so
this one.
much going
Oh,
on that I was just I was scratching my head that I couldn't. And maybe it's because we watched so many of them in a row that this one ended up being so bad for me. But I don't know.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely compared bad compared to the other ones.
yeah.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next time to discuss Jason in Space,
Here's
Jason
the
X.
Darks.
So thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.